Hello, this is Kimmer Transmission and Gear, and today we'll discuss what are the early signs of transmissions going bad. The transmission is one of the most important parts of an automobile. It's responsible for transferring the energy from the engine to the wheels, which is essentially the mechanism that allows the car to move. When something goes wrong with the transmission, which happens naturally over time, it can be dangerous to be out there on the road. There are basically three areas to look for first when you're searching for what are the early signs of a transmission going bad. Much of this has to do with the oil, which is a great way of telling if anything is wrong with your vehicle. To begin with, you'll want to consider the level of the oil. If the oil levels are low, then this could be one sign that the transmission is going bad, because it means that the transmission isn't going to be well lubricated. That could lead to excessive friction internally, making the parts more susceptible to wear and tear over time. To prevent this, go in for frequent oil checks to be sure that you're not leaking any fluid, and have your oil refilled when necessary. This will keep all of your working parts running smoothly. In addition to the oil levels, other indicators of what the early signs of a transmission going bad include the quality of the oil. If it smells burnt, then there may be something wrong with it. This also holds true if the color is brown or some other shade that seems off from the normal color. This is also a sign that your transmission is not operating properly and in fact could be a fire hazard due to excessive friction. If you smell oil burning, it's wise to take your car into a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. Finally, you may notice some problems when you're driving the car. When you start up the engine, if you notice that the car jerks at all, that may be the transmission that's out of place. It's always best to take your car in for regular tune-ups, which could catch these types of issues well in advance. That way you won't have to worry about driving a car that you might suddenly lose control of due to a faulty transmission. This is always one of the first areas that a mechanic looks for problems. If you have any questions, call Kimmer Transmission and Gear today.